After spending 27 years in prison, Dr. Clinton Kanu was discharged and acquitted by the Supreme Court for crimes he did not commit.
They said the tribunal should try within 1 month or highest 2 weeks. They had nothing against me. So when they go to the tribunal, the state council then, a commando, I saw him when I went to Honorary, just stayed for this. It takes 6 months adjournment. The tribunal chairman, why are you delaying Clinton here? What has he done? What? Six months, 3 months to 7 years. 13 years as an awaiting trial before they passed their judgment, their cruel judgment. And then 14 years on death row waiting to be killed by the hangman.
Prison life was difficult for the young lawyer who never thought he would spend the prime of his life in prison.
When they condemned me and took me to that side, that was hell because I had to sleep in a room with 4 guys. 4 in a room, 4 by 4. So your roommate might be cooking there, smoking in there, and smoking cigarettes. You know what 4 by 4 is now. Then how do I survive? I was hypertensive, I was diabetic, I was having stress. I've never lived in the environment I was living before, you know. All those things culminated to a lot of things. But God was always with me right from the outset. So by the time I got to Pinnacle Prison, I felt my own was finished. I woke up one night, I asked my God, after giving me all these educations, I come from an average home, this is the way I'm going to waste. So something happened somewhere along the time. I was allowed to use radio because I had some problems. And when I went to the psychiatrics unit, they said they should allow me to play music, otherwise something's going to get wrong.
But Clinton had always been in love with books, and that was to become a key factor in his survival and productivity behind bars.
Somebody who comes from a very insignificant home and was able to be taken to London in those days and understood what knowledge was, and he was asked to give his children the best. So right from my cradle, my father speaks and tells me that knowledge is power. And with that, I grew. In fact, some of the things my mates used to do, I didn't do it because my father cased us to focus on books. So I read a lot of books from my father's shelf, right from when I was small. And with that behind my mind, my father told me it is good to go for academic knowledge and understanding. He wanted me to be a medical doctor, but I wanted to be a tax collector. That was the irony of it.
It did not take him long to begin to observe an important need in the prison facility: the need to have vibrant libraries.
I have a very small library, where he just kept it, but I felt that I would want to read. So by the time some brothers started coming into the library, and on one of questions, Jarman, the Controller General, came and I told him, he said, yes, that would be good. He said, that would be good. And then they produced a library. And I was almost in this library every morning, every afternoon. I eventually was going through books, spiritual books. You know, at a certain time, there are things, I had this very much interest in novels, detective novels, you know, action novels, and all these wild novels. And then you come to the knowledge aspect of it. I was no more interested in secular knowledge.
While in prison, Clinton studied hard to earn himself 2 master's degrees, 2 PhDs, and 1 honorary degree. Clearly, reading and books changed his life in prison.
Had very powerful influence on my person. It changed me for myself. It changed me for whom I am. It changed me also for the anger I was bearing. And it normalized a lot of things in my mind. I was just fulfilled. It's a pleasure reading books. Books. You don't have any reason why you shouldn't read. If we in prison could read, you don't have any excuse why you must not read. You don't have any excuse why you must not achieve academic laurels, because now they have correspondence program everywhere. So there's nothing that we should be told. We in prison, you don't have chance, you don't have space, nobody gives you time, nobody allows you everything because of security. Even for the fact that you read to get knowledge. Because when you get knowledge, you start looking for what you are entitled to.